Hello, friends, and welcome to another Modern League. Today we're returning to my favorite deck in Modern. Um, you're not going to see a whole lot of new cards here, but we do have one. We got ourselves a copy of Boseiju, who endures. So we're going to be replacing Yawgmoth with Boseiju, which is going to allow us to perhaps play through a Blood Moon. Who knows? But I think it's pretty free to be playing a Boseiju as long as you can get a hold of one as a one of. I don't know that we want to play two. It is a legendary land after all, so at that point there could be diminishing returns. But I'm definitely think that playing one of these should be no problem at all. Otherwise, as far as the sideboard goes, I took out the Obstinate Baloth and the Collector Oof. I'm running a fourth Thoughtseize and Crime Punishment. Alright, I think that's the introductions out of the way. Let's head into the queue and find our first opponent. This hand is not too impressive on the draw. We do have Wall of Roots, like so many evolutions to get us what we need. Can we win with this on a turn 4? 2, 3, 4. We could get something pretty good going. But like Eldritch Evolution, the Wall of Roots is pretty painful. It means we can't necessarily Yawgmoth on turn 3, or even turn 4 if we don't get the lands. I don't know, like we've got a lot going on here with this hand. It could be really good depending on our top decks. Let's gamble. Just need to draw a Young Wolf. Or Dork turn 1. Not very impressive draws. Okay, it looks like it's going to be Grist on turn 3. And the fourth Eldritch Evolution. Oh my. There goes Subtlety. Put that back on top, I guess. So we can at least guarantee casting a spell. It looks like they're missing land drops here. Another Subtlety. I mean, they're using quite a few resources in order to do this. Second verse, same as the first. Make an insect. Oh, there's that young wolf we were looking for earlier. Hey there, Titan Rising. Yeah, we're doing the Yawgmoth thing. Ooh, Tribal Flames. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so we can play Yawgmoth this turn. We could also Eldritch Evolution the insect, but that's not going to get us anything too exciting. Let's just go get a forest here. Yawgmoth. Hey, Titan Rising subscribed again. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad that that worked out for you. I know you were having trouble getting that to work earlier. Although, funny that, no, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, nothing came up to tell me that you were subbed. There it is. Thank you so much for continuing to support the stream, Titan Rising, and enjoy the emotes. It's a big Kabu. Creatures are kinda scary. Ignoble Hierarch. So with Ignoble Hierarch, we could cast that and then turn it into Grist, kill this. They could have Stubborn Denial for the Eldritch Evolution. They got 3 cards in hand. Ugh. Could also just go get Geralf's Messenger and try to win next turn. This thing's coming in for big damage, though. If we let this attack... Iburakima, hello, hello? We're risking it. Looks like it worked out. Okay, so we can actually go get Hapatra here and then kill their creature. It'll cost a lot of life to do that, but having Hapatra down with Yawgmoth is pretty good. All right, let's put the Verdant Catacombs down so that we can go get Dryad Arbor if we need to. And it looks like we've got a pretty good setup, depending on what they do here. Prismatic Ending, okay. We can survive that. I should have drawn a card for that. Could have put it in the graveyard, drawn a card. Gone to 10. I think that would have been fine. Alright, what do we draw? Ignoble Hierarch again. Alright, let's start with Strangleroot Geist. Sacrifice Strangleroot Geist for another Eldritch Evolution. Okay, so they're going to remand that. I think we'll probably just play Boseiju, Hierarch, and attack all. And okay, we got win number one. Made a little slip up there with the Hapatra. I could have sacrificed it, like I said, to draw an extra card, but yeah, no worries. Got there. Opponent using subtlety twice there was definitely some pretty good mana advantage. What did we replace for Boseiju? Yawgmoth. So I don't know too much about Domain. Um, they don't they have like an artifact or something, Draco or something like that. Titan Rising. I don't have any other new cards in the list yet. The only one that I'm running right now is Boseiju. Let's bring in Punishment. We could potentially cast that for 4, sweep some creatures under the rug. Patra seems good. Grist seems good. Let's get rid of some evolutions. They're rocking counter magic. So we can get rid of these and maybe bring in a Scavenging Ooze to try and gain a little bit of incidental life. But yeah, speaking of Boseiju, kind of looks like the first one is pretty free to play. Not in the sense of how much the card costs, but um, having access to a land that comes into play untapped, produces an important color for our deck, and has a decent effect. Um, Playing one of them should be totally fine. The question is, do we want to play more than one? And being that it's a legendary land and, having two in hand would be very unfortunate, we're just going to play with one. I think that there's almost no downside to playing one, whereas playing two, you could start to come across some tension. We're going to keep this hand. Your Kyrie, hello? All right, so they're sticking at 6. Ignoble pass. If we get to continue on to the next turn here, we might be able to play Wall of Roots and Strangleroot Geist. Hey, it's always a pleasure to play Yawgmoth combo. Nice. Attack for 3. Now who's the beatdown? What is this? Put a creature in the way, kill a thing. Starting with a lightning bolt on Ignoble Hierarch. Stomping Ground untapped. And Tribal Flames, the Wall of Roots. Okay. Killed a bunch of my stuff. Chord of Calling, oh wow. Good thing for them that they killed my stuff, because this Chord of Calling was that ready to go get Yawgmoth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were ready to go get Yawgmoth if they didn't kill our stuff. All right, attack in. Put him in 10. Oh, easy. This hand looks great. And opponent is mulliganing pretty heavily here. So we're on the play. If we're on the play versus Tron, this might be good enough. We go Birds, then Wall of Root Strangleroot Geist, and then we can Eldritch Evolution the Strangleroot Geist, turn 3 into Yawgmoth, play Young Wolf, and we have most of the combo at that point. Okay, it is Urza Saga. Chord of Calling, what a good draw. Eldrazi Temple. Okay. So, yeah, I think it should be pretty obvious here. I think we Young Wolf, Eldritch Evolution this, go get Yawgmoth, and attack for 3. They have counter target sorcery. Yeah. Okay. So what did Chord of Calling get us here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets us a 2-drop. We just wait on Chord of Calling to go get Yawgmoth. We'll attack for 3 here. Reshaper, no big deal. Dryad Arbor, we'll play that. This one. This one. This one. This one. And then we need 2 more. This one, this one. Get Yogg. Target Strangleroot Geist, sacrifice Young Wolf. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get Chord of Calling, we're good to win here. Target Young Wolf, sacrifice Strangleroot Geist. Grist. It's not something we can cast. Let's go a little bit deeper. Target, sack. Target, sack. Target, sack. We're off by 1 mana for Eldritch Evolution. I think we can go a little bit deeper. Target, sack. Hapatra? Okay, we'll play Hapatra. The jig is always up. We haven't actually used Boseiju yet. There's only one. The only time we used it was basically as a forest. But it just seems free to include it in the list. Smasher, sure. So they're tapped out here. So let's just win, I guess. Get Cutthroat. Target Smasher. I was gonna target Smasher, sacrifice, whatever, like bird, kill all their creatures, gain life, make snakes. It was gonna be fun. I think that Iburikima, I think that it is overhyped. I think that people have been talking it up a lot. Um, I think that playing one is totally fine, but I don't know that it's, like totally up with all the hype. That being said, I had to buy one of these, so let's keep the hype up at least until the end of the stream so I can get some of my money back. Ooh, Examiner. Ouch. Yeah, that's a good point, huh? No need to get fancy. We can just do the combo without killing their Reshaper and ending our whole career. I guess we could still, like, while the trigger was on the stack, don't let that resolve and just finish the combo with our Undying creatures. Hey, stream team. Alright, so we're playing against Eldrazi. Necromentia is not as strong in this matchup as it would be against regular Tron. I'm not super excited about it. I honestly, I really like the configuration of the deck as is. I think this configuration is decent against Eldrazi. So if we want to take out Scavenging Ooze, we can maybe bring in Liberator. How much was the Boseiju? I got it from Goatbots, whatever their thing is. You think of the Thoughtseize? I think it was what? It was like 30 something tickets, right? It's like 35 tickets, I think. It's going to be hard to find room for the Thoughtseize is the problem. Good enough. Yeah, no kidding, right? Buy Boseijus for less than a tick. Let's go. Oh, now we got Ignoble. I mean, that's the play. I wanted to Thoughtseize turn one. Oh no, they got the other temple. Here comes Thoughtseer. If it was Reshaper, no problem. Thoughtseer, bit of a problem. What do they take here? Titan Rising with the bits. Thank you so much for the good cheer. Really appreciate the continued support, Titan Rising. Staples is saying no idea what to take. Okay. A Burikima with the manas for a chest. If you can wait till the end of this game, we'll take care of that then. Chalice, whatever. Emrakul is going to be a while before they can cast that. Matter Reshaper, not a huge deal. The Spatial Contortion, though, killing my creatures, I don't want that to happen. Let's get rid of that, I think. We could maybe Chord of Calling for a Wall of Roots, which blocks the Thought-Knot Seer. Work our way towards Yawgmoth. We're just going to have to take the hit here. Could also... No, we can't go get Grist yet. Don't have enough. Chalice on one, yep. With the forest, so we can just play the Yawgmoth. That's a big deal. So now we can actually kill this. We are going to have to sacrifice our Ignoble Hierarch to do it, but it seems like, seems pretty free. We can even attack in with Hapatra, do 3, put a token on this, get a snake, and we don't have to sacrifice the Hierarch. Okay. Hey, Mask. Yeah, I really wanted to get the Boseiju for today. Ended up paying for it out of my pocket, but I should be able to get most of the money back after the league. It's a brand new card. We have the opportunity to play it, so I really wanted to have the chance to show off if it's good or not. And I think, like we've been saying, it seems pretty free. Hapatra putting in a lot of work this league. Already. Okay, thanks, Iburikima. 38 and 34. So it must have went up a little bit since I got mine. There's the Ghost Quarter. 13, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9. We can maybe Thoughtseize, get rid of this. No, we can't Thoughtseize. Chalice, no Thoughtseize. This is the most impressed you've been with Snake Summoner in a while. I kind of feel like that's Hapatra's job, right? They don't do too much until they are absolutely game-winning, and then they look amazing. Getting rid of that spatial contortion so that Hapatra was able to stay healthy here. Thank you, everybody, for telling me that Thoughtseize was the way. That first Thoughtseize, real good. Yeah, I think that a lot of people have taken Hapatra out just because, you know, sometimes it's not good. But when it's really good, it's just amazing. Elder Cubs, I think they are. I'm pretty sure they became available sometime yesterday, but by now they should be available, yeah. Tormod's Crypt, solid choice. Alright, how much damage do we have here? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just really, like, don't want them to put an Emrakul down, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I put Karn down, they use Tormod's Crypt and get Eldrazi Temple, they can play Emrakul next turn. That's a lot to happen for them to get that to go off. Let's see if we can actually win here, though. Gonna be difficult with Tormod's Crypt down, though. Chalice of the Void on 1. Titan Rising, time to go to work. Hope you have an amazing rest of the stream and a great day. Enjoy my remaining bits. Thank you so much, Titan Rising. Hope you have a good day, and catch you next time, friend. So we get Eldritch Evolution. Using Evolution first is a pain, though. Chord of Calling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go get... Go get Geist. Eldritch Evolution, the Geist into Geralf's Messenger. They activate Tormod's Crypt, and then we don't get to kill Karn. Maybe we just go Grist, Chord of Calling, and then sacrifice the Geist to kill Karn. The problem is we have so many options. Alright, these cards are uncastable. Don't cast these cards by mistake. I kind of think I have to Eldritch Evolution the Hapatra, because the Ignoble Hierarch... Actually, hold on. Let's do this second main, and then we don't need the Hierarch anymore. Um, let's see here. We would have to kill our own creatures in order to do that. Costing life as we go. I think we just pass the turn, and as long as they don't cast Emrakul, we should be fine. And if they do, like, I think they have to activate the Tormod script in order to cast Emrakul. So once this goes on the stack, I think we win. Matter Reshaper, no problem. Another way to exile the graveyard. And we just draw Cutthroat, naturally. Very nice. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. So I can go get another Strangleroot Geist with Chord of Calling at instant speed like this. Ooh, okay. That one required a little bit of thinking in order to get through. So I'm not super hot on this hand. I don't like to see Dryad Arbor in the hand. I want it in the deck, and we go get it with Verdant Catacombs. That is the plan. We're not going to have a lot of time this game. Oh, good draw, though. Really, really good draw. Let's go get Overgrown Tomb, play Ignoble Hierarch. Alright, leave my Hierarch be. Tap land. Maybe we're not dead next turn? Uh-oh. I think we're dead. I mean, opponent gets us on turn 3, then good for them, you know? Yep. GG. Just taking a look at their list here. Too bad we're not playing Collector Oof. Collector Oof would be really good here. We're not playing it. But we are playing Necromentia. So we're going Necromentia, bring in Thoughtseize. We'll bring in Outland Liberator. Take out Grist. Take out Hapatra. Take out Scooze. Two cards to go. Thinking maybe one of each of the search cards. Or maybe we just don't play Liberator, because Liberator seems kind of... it seems very mediocre. The odds of them playing a Belcher and then waiting a turn, very, very low. Maybe we'll try this. Hey there, Shauna. Yeah, I've been on the 6 dorks plan for quite a while. I feel the same way that 8 dorks is a lot of air, especially when we're also playing 4 Wall of Roots. So, you know, you get to the mid game and you're just like drawing bird, land, Wall of Roots off the top when I want to be drawing, you know, Geralf's Messenger, Yawgmoth, Chord of Calling. You know what? I think that I was supposed to bring in Force of Vigor for Leyline of Sanctity. Good enough. Alright, no Leyline. Yeah, Zulaport Cutthroat, I am a believer in not having a target clause on my Cutthroat, and I opened one of these in a treasure chest, so I just went ahead and bought the other ones. Thought something like that might happen. The correct Yawgmoth, exactly. Well, if we can survive a turn, we might be able to win. We got the mana we need, we got the critters we need, we got Yawgmoth. Just need to survive a turn here, but they have 4 mana and 5 cards in hand, so odds are pretty good that this is their win. Oh, they're playing Belcher and leaving it for a turn. I was saying it's very unlikely that this happens. Oh, but there's Fury to get rid of our Hierarch. Lame. Just 4 damage to the Hierarch. And now we don't have enough mana to play Yawg. So we need land on top. Land on top. Alright, I think we don't actually... I think we still just don't have enough, right? 3, 4, 5... And then we don't have enough mana here to Chord of Calling to go get Cutthroat. Ah, you were so close. We really needed that Hierarch for that extra mana. Not that we were going to draw Chord of Calling anyway. Oh, Boseiju? Oh, if we had one land, we could kill this with Boseiju? Off by 1 mana in the worst of ways. We were so close, chat. Boseiju would have got there if we had 1 land, because we had the legendary creature. They have 3 mana here. Belcher, we're dead. There's nothing we can do. I would say this is good enough on the play. Not super exciting, but turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 3 Evolution, turn 4 Yawgmoth for the win. Darcy. Alright, let's see if we can draw something. I mean, that is a card. Not really what I wanted to see, though. I think we're going to play the Verdant Catacombs, get the Overgrown Tomb for 1 life. Even though I like having Verdant Catacombs for Dryad Arbor. With the lands we have right now, we need a second black source. And I don't think I can afford to get Dryad Arbor right now. And we're going to leave Yawgmoth back in case they have a Dashed Ragavan. Also, Icheno says hi. Alright, so they use their Mishra's Bauble on my end step to find out the card that I am not going to draw. Another Darcy. That'll be a pretty quick clock if these things flip. Unholy Heat. They're almost there. Just missing 1 piece, a sorcery. Or a creature. Huh. Okay, yeah, that puts creature in the graveyard, which gets the Darcys humming along. So they're dealing big damage now. Oh, hey there, Shauna. I think that, yeah, that's the house mouse. Haven't caught it yet. Someone else was mentioning they saw something or under the radiator. Hapatra. Ooh, now Hapatra's interesting. We could use that to kill all their creatures. It would cost a lot of life, though. Could go get Grist, kill one of these. Could go get Scavenging Ooze and eat their graveyard. Get the messenger. I see. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. So that puts us to 8. And then when we crack back, we put them to 10. So we're not going to be able to combo. Maybe we just block with a young wolf here, but that takes away our combo potential. So if we have land on top and we don't die here, we can maybe win. A little bit worried about this blue mana. You mean rodents of unusual size? I don't believe in them. Chord of Calling. 1/2 Geist, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if they'll blink. I think what they're supposed to do is just go to combat here, but if they do a thing, then we can Chord of Calling for the win. I mean, that does qualify as a thing, but they still have mana up. Yeah, I could have Counterspell, but it kind of feels like now is the best opportunity to go for it because they only have a single blue open now. Yeah, Drown. I mean, Drown doesn't work for Chord, but it could kill my creature in response to trying to combo. Death Shadow, enter the exile zone. Oh, trying to lock on Yawgmoth. Good timing. I think that's game. We could sacrifice the Geist. Push these down, and I don't think we quite die. Let's try that. Oh, they have another spell? Lightning Bolt. Okay. GG. Let's bring in Endurance. Scavenging Ooze. Take out a Messenger. Yeah, a little bit. Don't like Eldritch Evolution in a match where they have counter magic. Crime Punishment seems pretty good here with them having so many 1-drops. Also, I don't mind taking out some dorks in a matchup like this. Where I want more quality cards. Seems good. Opponents siding in Spellbomb? That would make sense. To Yawgmoth, which is good for our Chord of Calling. I want to move the stack back up. We'll have to do that next time they cast a spell. There we go. Yeah, signing out Ragavan makes sense. Grist, but without the mana to cast it. We could Chord of Calling X's 1, which isn't very good. I think we just attack in, play Scooze. I don't know, like playing Scooze here is just so good for the removal, but what else are we doing, you know? I mean, like, it gives them something to do with their Lightning Bolt and 1 red mana up. So I was definitely on the fence about whether we should even cast that or not. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, that's a good one. Ignoble Hierarch. Really missing on lands here. Alright, let's just attack in with one wolf. I guess we could Chord of Calling for Dryad Arbor, then play Grist. Woof. Thoughtseize, take the Grist. Unfortunate. I mean, they could get Chord of Calling, Chord of Calling is pretty good if they let us untap. We could go get a Geist. Dress down. Takes away the Hierarch's mana. Can still Chord of Calling, though. But it would take away the Geist's haste. See what we draw on top. Land. Endurance. I think we hold up Endurance for their turn. We'll just attack for 2 here. Get rid of their graveyard while they're tapped out. Nice 1/1. Lightning Bolt kills Hierarch. So they got 2 types in graveyard now. And Soul Guide Lantern again. Leaves a card on top. So very unlikely that Darcy is going to get Delirium, I guess. Might be able to win if we draw Twilight Mire here. Oh, Watery Grave untapped. Go to 4. Play Shadow. Okay. It's pretty good. Land. Wall of Roots. Oh, that's almost a land. One, two, three, four, 5. Chord of Calling X is 2. Don't think attacks are very good here. Put Lurrus to hand. Plays Steam Vents. No attacks. Love to see it. Grist on top. Well, it depends. Like, they could have, Dress Down. So Dress Down would make Cutthroat not that great here. I think we just like play Grist, kill the Shadow, go on from there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack for lethal. Oh, I didn't even see they had this thing was leveled up. I missed that. Four cards in graveyard, 4 different types. Interesting block. Does prevent the most damage. Kind of expected like a lightning bolt or something to finish it off, but here we are. Here's a Lurrus. Anger of the Gods, yeah, it's not played anymore, really. They're at 3. Attacking with everything. Our other Geralf's Messenger is out. We could go get Cutthroat, attack with everything. But yeah, that's bad against the removal spell against the Cutthroat. Could go get Yawgmoth, but we don't have the combo without Cutthroat or Messenger. I wish we could just play Messenger, but our mana is bad. X is 3. That's what I want it to be, because I want to go get another Grist. Okay, they scoop to the Grist. We were going to kill the Lurrus and then attack all. Oh, Urkari, thank you for saying so. I appreciate that. I kind of feel like I'm a bit average compared to a lot of the people that are on Moto, but this is my jam, Yawgmoth combo, so you're seeing me at my best here. Would almost be nice to have that other Geralf's Messenger. Oh my god, so much ramp. Good thing they don't play Fury, huh? This is pretty bad up against Ragavan, but hopefully they just took that out because of Yawgmoth. Croaks, well, I think we actually discard a land here and take 3. Uh, Green Sun Zenith? I don't think that can ever come back. Yeah, MTG bot is down. We are 2-1, and this is what, game 3, right, of match 4? Yeah, I don't think that Titan deserves to go. I think Titan is like a mainstay of the format, and like while we have seen mainstays leave in the past, um, I would really like to see Titan stay. And yeah, I think Green Sun Zenith is just too strong. There's too many options. I think it's way better than Birthing Pod. Like I think we could bring Birthing Pod back before we brought back Green Sun Zenith. Was Zenith ever actually allowed? Oh my god, those guys, we don't actually have the win, but it's just really, really good. Okay, so now we can go get Yawgmoth. If we sacrifice the Young Wolf, they're just going to use a Soul Guide Lantern. I guess we get it off the table that way. Draw a card. We've already played a land though. I don't feel like throwing Young Wolf under the bus. So they can get Delirium by putting Artifact down. Yawgmoth attacking for a casual 5. Scavenging Ooze. Cool. Get to draw a bunch of cards here. Kill their critter. We are going to lose the Yawgmoth. Hey, Boseiju. Oh, imagine if we had drawn an Endurance there. Ooh, we still have land drop, so we can play another Strangleroot Geist or a Scavenging Ooze. Decent. Yeah, Pod with Yawgmoth is pretty good. It is actually a question, though. Is Pod better than what we have already? And the answer isn't obvious. Soul Guide Lantern doesn't stop me from attacking. All right, let's put him to 1. That's the plan. Okay, they have removal for Young Wolf. Put him to 3. Okay, play... I think we play the Dryad Arbor. Scoos. Ether Croxa right away. And I want to eat their Darcy as well. Okay, out of Lightning Bolt range. We still got 1 eat if we need it. Let's pass back. Don't have a legendary creature, so the Boseiju... Maybe I should have just played Boseiju there. Because it was an untapped green source where Dryad Arbor... You know, it attacks next turn, but we're not able to use the green mana here. No way to tap Pod in green. I don't think strictly green, no. Alright, opponent puts up the GGs in chat. Seems like we got a positive league on our hand, friends. 3-1. Well, easy mulligan on this one. We'll keep this. Evil Chuck, thanks for the follow, friend. What time am I zone? Atlantic time. Think we just get rid of Chord of Calling? We already basically have the combo. Could get rid of the Strangleroot Geist if we go Young Wolf, Wall of Roots, turn 3 Yawgmoth. Let's get rid of Chord. Hey, cheers from Italy. Well, cheers from Halifax. Yeah, we got a lot of Italians, a lot of Brazilians, because of the time zones. Javier, thank you for the follow, friend. Uh, 7 a.m. is the start. It's 9 a.m. right now. Boseiju putting in work. Coming into play untapped. First turn green mana, really important. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today, Javier. Love it when people are able to join us live. You get the interactive experience that way. So yeah, I'm interested in playing these Undying creatures and just attacking with them. If they don't have Solitude, then this is pretty damn good. Playing Magic from 95? Oh, that's almost when I started. I started in the Ice Age. So, that might be 95, actually. Yeah, I think the Ice Age was 1995. Tempest Blue also started in Ice Age. Nice. We got some players that have been around the game for a long time today. Another Yawg? Hey, the Examiner. Yeah, we're a bunch of old folks. Gotta watch out for my knees, you know how it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could wait and then Chord of Calling on their turn. I think we just attack, play Yawgmoth here. One, two, three, four, five. And get that counterspell. Yeah, maybe I should have passed the turn, did nothing, held up Chord of Calling, forced them to counterspell that. But this way, like, we're just attacking for damage every turn, so while they're trying to control and stop the Yawgmoth, we're just clocking them for 3 every turn. Their sweepers aren't going to be any help for them, but, you know, like, they're white, so they're going to have access to Solitude or Prismatic Ending, which are pretty good against our critters. Then again, if they use their mana on their turn, that means I get to play Yawgmoth. Oh yeah, 4th edition Portal. Remember those well. Okay, here's Teferi. Okay. Bold. Oh, there's Grist. Nobody's redeemed Shave yet. I did put a lot of points there, so it is quite a barrier. You got to save up for a long time to hit it, but nobody's redeemed yet. I do know that a couple people are saving up with the intention of getting me to shave, so it's just a matter of time. Solitude immediately. Get rid of Geist, probably. One, two, three, four. No, I've already used the Wall of Roots. So Chord of Calling isn't going to be good for anything here. Not until their upkeep, where they're able to untap. $65K? How's that? Rob rocks. Haven't played a land yet this turn. Let's draw one card. Will it be on stream? Nah. Think it looks better with a beard, thank you. Okay, got a land draw. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chord of Calling is looking a lot better here. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We might just go get Yawgmoth and just draw a million cards. Oh, yeah, we can't because of Teferi. Because I passed the turn. Yeah, I should have stayed in the main there. Yep, not the best play. Stupid Teferi. Aren't you banned yet? Uh... Not a huge fan of Eldritch Evolution where they could have Counterspell up. Mark, hello? Don't. I asked you not to. Alright, that's a pain. Maybe we Chord of Calling for Yawgmoth on their turn. You have to, unfortunately, there's a glitch in Moto programming. You have to activate the Wall of Roots before you cast Chord of Calling, but the way the rules of Magic work, you should be able to tap it and activate it while you're casting Chord of Calling, which means that if this is a 0/1, we should be able to use it for 2 mana. Yeah, it is a wall. It is a mana ability. That's the way it should work, but it doesn't work that way on Modo. Yeah, exactly. Known error for a long time. So in playing the Yawgmoth deck, you might be able to get away with 1 redemption, but if you continue to play this deck with a known glitch, they're not going to give you your tickets back every time Wall of Roots isn't doing what it's supposed to. One, two, three, four, five, six. Just off of being able to cast both. Oh, sure. I would like that creature back, please. Yeah, they took one of my creatures with Archmage Charm, then I killed it and got it back. Ooh, okay. Think I'm gonna try and get Grist here. Kill the Teferi. Don't like the way they're hesitating on this Scavenging Ooze. They had a counterspell. Ah, that Teferi is doing so much work. Drawing an extra card every turn. I think that last counterspell might have been 1 counter too many. Ooh. Turning the corner here. Chalice on one, sure. There are some things that stops, but it's not a big deal. Of course, when I say it's not a big deal, we draw one drop. Okay. So we might be able to just kill Teferi here. No, they have more stuff. Dress down takes away haste. I think we have to hit Teferi still. Like, the Tuck is too powerful. Question is, are we going to have time to beat them? If they're just crashing in for 4 every turn, we're dead in 3 turns. We've already used the Scavenging Ooze, so we're not able to gain any life. Alright, let's see what we got on top. Better be good. Prismatic Ending was pretty good for them. Just too much for me to deal with. We worked hard at it, just don't have enough. Eldritch Evolution. Oh, Eldritch Evolution go gets Grist. But that's not going to do, like, it's not going to kill the Teferi. We just get a token. Can't play the Hierarch. If we could kill the Teferi. So yeah, Chalice is working pretty well here. Maybe they'll forget the Chalice trigger. Chalice check. Is their last card in hand a counterspell? It is. Wow. GG. They had our number on that one. Chalice check is really towing the line. I think that it's a bit of a Machiavellian play. It's in the rules, like you're allowed to do it, but I think that if you're trying to do that, like it's going to become part of your reputation. Oh, you know, like there's that one player that plays like Machiavelli. You better watch them. Gonna bring in some endurance because they have flash, so we can just cast them end of turn. Bring in some Thoughtseize. Yeah, but one of the things that you have to consider is different people get different things from the same game. So we're going to look at this game differently. And some people are going to look at, you know, like every single little shot they can take to try and get the victory, while other people are going to consider this, you know, like where we should be honorable and upright in our play. So when we get two people that are playing and they have different ideas of what the game should be, that's where you can really get a lot of tension between the players. Like Pithing Needle naming Boborigmos. Oh yeah, Donut. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, enter the battlefield trigger is a thing as well. Um, you can like forget when you play Rest in Peace to exile graveyards, and then technically, according to the rules, the graveyard will still be there. Uh, do we want Liberator? Like, I'm thinking Scavenging Ooze probably isn't that good. Maybe we bring in the fourth Thoughtseize. And then also, like, these dorks don't seem amazing in this matchup. I just want more creatures to swing in and kill. Yeah, keep this. Opponent is mulliganing. I've also caught people with Grafdigger's Cage, in the sense that, like I had a Grafdigger's Cage in play, and my opponent casts Collected Company, and I say, okay, sure, resolves. And, they look at the top six cards, go to put two cards down. I'm like, no, you can put all of those back on the bottom of your library. What? Yeah, yeah, this says that you can't get your cards, like into play. They just all go back at the bottom. Oh, you mind if I take that Collected Company back? Yeah, yeah, I mind. You cast the spell, you tap the mana. Exile Hierarch, sure. We're just gonna play Geist Attack here, I think. And then next turn we'll look at Thoughtseizing. Ooh, okay. In that case, I like getting rid of the Teferi. They also have Counterspell. Thoughtseize again. Ah, yeah, Sanatober. I totally agree with that. There was a rule change a while ago. I don't know what's come of it since then, but basically, like, you're allowed quick takesies, backsies in paper as long as no new information has been revealed. So, for example, when someone casts Collected Company and looks at the cards, information has been revealed, so they can't take that back. But, if you play a land and oops, that's the wrong land, you could put it back in your hand and play the proper one. Of course, this is a paper thing, doesn't work on Moto. play Hierarch here, get the extra mana and extra damage. Okay, so they have one unknown in hand. They can't currently play anything. And we draw Yawgmoth. Let's hope that the counterspell wasn't what they drew. They drew Evoke. Or sorry, Solitude. Solitude gets rid of the Geist. Okay. But you had to get rid of Supreme Verdict for that to happen. So your last card in hand is Archmage Charm. Which you can't cast with the mana you have. I think the Pact ruling is fine. It's similar to other things that have happened before, where if you've missed a trigger, you back up, and like you're asked if you want to put that trigger on the stack. I think that it also just makes for like better games where you don't feel like a total idiot because you forgot something. Then again, I always put something on top of my deck, so I don't forget that. I've tapped my mana a little bit wrong here. We haven't played a land yet. Nice. Okay, let's start with an attack. Oh, there was a time where you weren't allowed to put a thing on top of your deck? Crazy. I didn't know that. Target this, sacrifice this. Let's draw some cards. Target, sack. Target, sack. Target, sack. Okay, let's stop here. Okay, they have nothing here. Looks like it should be an easy win. And that brings it all down to game 3. So it all comes down to this final game here. Is this going to be just a 3-2, or are we going to go 4-1? Sand is okay. It's keepable. I think lands in front used to be the way at the start. And then they switched it. Alright, so clocks are pretty even here. Gonna have to watch that. Oh, Ignoble Hierarch? Cool. Wall of Roots. Ignoble. Attack for 2! Alright, we're a little bit ahead on clock now. That can change pretty easily. This is a complicated matchup. And you've seen just in this league sometimes how a single turn can take 2 minutes or more. Fire! Well... nothing we can do about that, huh? Obvious counter magic is obvious. Oh, but we get Yawgmoth? I think we try and play Endurance end of their turn. And then lead into Grist. Or Yawgmoth, depending. I think I want to particularly look at Grist here in this matchup. Not interested in playing my Endurance into a Verdict. And I'm not going to target with Endurance. I don't want to put Archmage Charm, Fire Ice back in their deck. They're not playing Snapcaster Mage as far as I've seen, so we want to just leave those in the graveyard. And I'm also not interested in putting Ignoble Hierarch back in my deck. I think the Dryad Arbor just looked too much like a forest. Like, just from a glance, it looks like a forest. It doesn't look like a Dryad Arbor. And if you want to like check out my forests that I'm running, you can see how similar they are and how easy it would be to mistake a forest for a Dryad Arbor or vice versa. And yes, I did specifically choose those forests for that reason. Click OK to continue without choosing a target. That would be pretty difficult to do, to ban a particular art of a card. I'm glad they didn't go through with that. Sanatober, no. Just because most people aren't able to post links at all. But, let's see here. If Dona or Islands or Shauna are interested, you could send them the link and then they could post it. Because, yeah, basically, VIPs are able to post links. It's just simpler that way, so I don't have some random person, you know, like the follow bots or whatever, posting links in the chat. I'm glad you understand. Definitely had some people that were not understanding about that. Ham foreign cheese. Thank you for the follow, friend. 5 cards in hand. They've used 1 counter spell. Make Pauper the new legacy. Let's go. Love some Pauper. If I use 1, 2, 3, then I could Endurance as well. Okay, so we're going to play Grist, and then we can Endurance on the opponent's turn. Oops. I'll buy your Kyrie. Have fun at work. They did have the counter spell. Okay. But, like I said, this line has another play we can make during the opponent's turn here, which is why I chose this line, rather than playing one of the Yawgmoths, which we have 2 of. This allows us to continue to pressure their life total. Where am I from? Halifax. Halifax in Nova Scotia, Canada. And I stream so early because I work nights. So generally in my days, I wake up at 10 p.m., go to work, come home, eat lunch, and then stream. So for me, I've already, you know, like done a full day's work and have eaten. But yeah, for a lot of people, it's real damn early. So in this case, we are going to target ourselves because we have 2 Grist in the graveyard. So I'm going to want those back in my deck. Thoughtseize is a nice one. Let's start with that. All right, so they have Dress Down and Prismatic Ending. Let's just take the Dress Down. Because they have 3 colors, so they can't get Yawgmoth with Prismatic Ending. One, two, three, four, 5. So they could make this into a 4/4, but then we can do Yawgmoth tricks. Okay, they're not blocking. Just take 5. And we'll go to our turn. Or sorry, go to their turn. Looks like they're going to scry here. Yeah, I think that's the right play between blocking or scrying. I think scry's the way to go. Hey, the last god. Yeah, we got sick tricks with Yawgmoth. It's even better when we have mana up so that we can proliferate. A lot of people forget about the first line of text and the last line of text on Yawgmoth. We focus on the middle paragraph quite a bit. But Yawgmoth has a lot of text on it, and it's all important. Okay, 2 cards to the bottom. That's really good for us. Oh, yeah, that's true. I haven't been to the stores very much at all since the pandemic started. I think I went out once for a Pauper tournament, and then that's been it. But it's difficult with my night work schedule plus the streaming schedule. I wouldn't have time to sleep, you know, if I played in stores as well. Okay, so they're going to target the Yawgmoth. Let's do some tricks. Put a -1 counter on it. Sacrifice Wall of Roots. Get a Thoughtseize. And then we'll no target, sacrifice Yawgmoth. GG? Question mark? Plays Island. So they have Hollowed Fountain and one Unknown. We're attacking in for lethal. Let's Thoughtseize first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can activate the Colonnade. Let's play Verdant Catacombs. So we'll let this block a thing, then we'll kill it. Yeah, it depends how they block. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6. No, so that's 4, 5, 6. So that's not lethal. Let's just go get Dryad Arbor, shrink the Colonnade to a 3/3. Go ahead. Yeah! 4-1 with Yawgmoth combo. Beat control. Love it. Love beating control. Used to have so much trouble with that matchup. It's definitely gotten a lot better with Grist. Grist has made all the difference in the control matchup. All right, friends, so this is the deck list that we were playing today. As I was saying at the beginning of the stream, a couple of small changes from the lists that we played previously. We're playing Punishment, and we're playing an extra Thoughtseize. It would have been nice this league to, that one game that we lost, that one match we lost to, have actually had the Collector Oof, which is one of the cards that we had previously in the sideboard, but I think that just in general, Collector Oof is too fragile. Opponent is going to have a piece of removal in order to get it off the board, so I haven't been very impressed with it. I was very happy to have the 4th Thoughtseize, though. Definitely nice to be drawing those when I need them, so definitely liking the 4 Thoughtseize in the sideboard. Big fan of that. And then as far as Boseiju goes, I think that having one in the deck is great. I don't know that we would want to go above that. Like we were talking before about the tension that could exist with this legendary land. Like, we're not playing 2 Urborg. We weren't playing 2 Yawgmoth because we don't want to have a hand where we have 2 of the same legendary land and we're not able to play our lands and play onto the board. However, as for having a one of, Boseiju is great. The fact that just the fact that it comes into play untapped and we can immediately tap it for green mana, fantastic. I love it. And it also has the upside of being able to channel. We do have legendary creatures in our deck, so we can potentially channel it for one. And I've also noticed before with this deck that the order that we're playing our lands is very important. So Boseiju is a card that's going to reward you for playing your lands in proper sequence, holding the Boseiju as long as possible, and then potentially 1 mana getting rid of that Ensnaring Bridge or Blood Moon or Tron land, what have you, right? So I think that Boseiju definitely has a place in this deck as a one of. Otherwise, very, very happy with the configuration of the main. Hapatra did a ton of work this league. Very happy to still have Hapatra in here. 3 Grist, I think, is the way to go. I've seen as many as 4 Grist, and I think that's fine as well. Grist has more and more been proving its worth in this deck. And if you can believe it, we actually started out just playing 1 because we could search it out, right? So the more we play with Grist, the more we want them.